Good evening, everybody. It is November 10th, about 5 till 5. I have been home since 2:20, 2:30. I don't remember exactly what time I arrived home. But it's been a roller coaster of a weekend or week or half a week, however you want to put it. Sunday, Lisa arrived Sunday night. So all day Monday, Lisa, Julie, and my wife and Jan hung out. You know, they haven't seen each other in a couple of years, so they hung out and did whatever they wanted to do. They went around Rolla. No. Yeah, they went around Rolla, saw some sights, got some food, had lunch out, got a few things for the trip, or however you want to put it. And then Tuesday, Jerianne had to do an infusion for bone strengthening, and then go to that evening, had to run to St. Louis because that's where her operation is happening. So I got So last night I had a hard time falling asleep. I don't think I fell asleep until almost 11 p.m. So I got maybe 6 hours. Well, close to 5.5 because I woke up in the middle of the night. You get up there in that age and, your bladder kind of goes, hey, Bubba, you need to do something. So, yeah, I had that issue in the AM hours. And then this morning, my alarm went off at 5, and I'm like, why am I getting up this early? But I got up and I had my quick breakfast, which I normally have when I work. And by the time I was done with my quick breakfast, I looked at my phone and I went, you know what, I could go lay down for an extra 15 minutes and probably feel a whole lot better. So I reset an alarm for 5:25 in the morning. So I got an extra, somewhere between 10 and 15 minutes extra sleep this morning. And when my second alarm went off, I jumped out of bed and got my clothes on and took off for work. I will tell you this, though. At first I felt energized, but once that quick burst of energy when you first wake up dissipated, I'm like, can we say we did it and don't? Because I was not really feeling it. I wasn't feeling work at all. I got 2 more days before my weekend comes, and I think the only reason I have not thought about calling out for a personal day is because if I call out for a personal day, there goes that 12-hour bonus, basically. It gets absorbed into your regular pay. And I'm like, that don't sound right, but yeah, I guess, because if you're supposed to be at work for 8.5 hours and you take a whole day off, your 8.5 hours should come from your overtime instead of just paying you your regular time plus the overtime. So that's the way they do it here. Not exactly a fan of that. That's why I haven't called out going, I need a personal day. I just, no. We'll see what happens tomorrow or Friday. Because if things are going downhill and I can't concentrate and do my job without flubbing, maybe I shouldn't be there under the circumstances. It's one of the reasons why I am so happy that my coworker from my venue has been able to work at our venue instead of being called to a different venue that she can do because somebody called out sick. because I am about 99.9% sure that if I had to work alone this week, I would either break down and cry sometime in the middle of the day or just say, to heck with it and walk off, which I can't afford to do either. So, yeah, we might joke about the fact that I'm not exactly being my usual self. I'm having trouble listening. I'm having trouble remembering things. I'm just like I'm practically totally non-comprehensive, non-cooperative. I'm just kind of like, I got too much on my brain about other things. I really don't know if I can do this. I'm having trouble concentrating, blah, 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 blah. It is what it is, and I'm trying to do my best. But when I got home today, I got a bit of news that I was not exactly happy with, but I'm like, whatever it takes the doctors to get the procedures done and get my wife home in healthy conditions or alive, basically. I hate saying that, but you can never tell what kind of complications could arise. But what Jerry told me was there's a chance, depending on how things go tomorrow, that Jerry might have to stay until Tuesday. Because according to what the doctors told them, what they're going to do is basically today they made small incisions in her leg to cut off the blood circulation to the tumor in the lower femur. And I just went, okay, I heard they were going to do that. What she told me that I did not know or did not hear was the fact what they're going to do is instead of trying to shrink the tumor, they're going to remove the tumor or do their best to remove the tumor from the lower femur, pack that spot with cement or some sort of material to strengthen the leg and hold the leg together, and then put a plate or something of that accord around that spot on her lower femur. Then, and I don't know if they're going to I'll just tell you what I was told. Then, if everything goes okay tomorrow, because it is a very long procedure to do 2 different spots on her femur, but they're saying that if she does not have any problems with prolonged anesthesia or anything like that, that could happen during long procedures of this nature. They're also going to try to do, they're going to put a pin or a rod in her upper femur where the other tumor is to help stabilize the leg. And then put a plate over that, over the smaller, or the tumor, about the same size tumor in the upper leg. The thing is, if all goes well and they can do it all in one day, she might be able to come home Friday. If they can't do all that in one day and they have to do the upper femur on another day, they're going to basically wait until Monday to do the upper femur and then send her home on Tuesday, because they want her to be there for observations after the operations. So it's not exactly 100% sure what's going on, other than what I was told. But the plan for basically here at home base, or however you want to put it, is Friday. If basically she's going to have to be there until Tuesday, Friday, Julie and Lisa are going to come back here. Lisa wants to leave for her home Tuesday because of business or other things that she's got to deal with before Thanksgiving. So basically, if Lisa can't stay past 2, Lisa's got to come back with Julie, and Lisa's either going to leave whenever she wants to, or if she feels like it, stay until basically see what happens. Basically see how long it's going to be, that thing. And then if Jerry's staying at the hospital until Tuesday, Friday when Lisa gets here, she's gonna pick me up after work. So I'm gonna make a day bag, to take with me because I'm going to be in St. Louis for the weekend. And depending on what exactly happens, I may call work and explain to them, the reason why I'm not going to come in Monday and possibly not Tuesday, because I want to be there Tuesday. I want to be there for when she basically comes out of the euphoria of the anesthesia, and then be with her when we drive back here from St. Louis. That's a lot to take in. It's not a lot to talk about. But when I got this information about what's going to happen or what could happen, we're basically playing it by ear. My mind was going through like, you know, I was trying not to think of the negative aspects. I was just trying to think of, okay, so the doctors aren't going to push her to do 2 major operations in one day if there's issues with anesthesia and blood loss and whatever else. Which I really, really appreciate because I would like to have my wife back. The other thing is, what went through my head, the three things that came into my forethought, about this whole situation is Jerry's well-being. That was like number one top priority, Jerry's well-being. Number 2, what else can we do to promote or keep the healing going? The last thing that was on my mind, I mean literally the very last thing on my mind, was finances. Because after I got through the whole, okay, Jerry's going to need time to heal, Jerry's going to need a lot of comforting, Jerry's going to need a lot of recoup time. That was not in the back of my mind. That was the first thing in my mind. The middle thing was just, is she going to have a cast or something over her leg so she can't move it? Is she going to have some sort of those I don't even know what to call them anymore, braces that basically bend at the knee, but it's got a cup in the top and a cup in the bottom, and a hinge system with connected to 2 middle bars to connect the top and bottom? I don't know. But the last thing was finances, because it's like, okay, unless the hospital is doing what they said they were going to try to do, it won't cost me too much money, if anything. If the hospital can't work with the insurance, or the insurance can't work with the hospital, I don't know how much is going to be out of pocket. So I don't know if I'm going to need to try to get as many overtime hours or catering events under my belt, or do a weekend part-time job, which I kind of don't want to do because I want to spend my weekends at my wife's side. So there's a lot of things spinning in my head that are like, what if, what are we going to need? How are we going to do this? How are we going to do that? Are we going to have to rearrange furniture again for monitors, or are they going to be sending a health care type person to come in once a day to check up on her and check her vitals, and maybe if she's got equipment in the bedroom with some sort of drip to help her recover, heart monitor to keep, to make sure her heart's doing what it should be doing and not being a problem. I don't know. That in factor, Julie told me that they discovered more cancer spots on her hip and spine. And of course, the first thing that went through my head is, well, besides trying to work on the leg, why don't you just remove that one kidney that's causing so much problems? Well, I don't know why they don't do that. I that subject hasn't come up. Or if it has, I don't remember what the answer was. But the thing is, being she's type 2 diabetic with, I forgot what the other issue was. Oh, it's type 2 diabetic, being overweight, and issues with her diet, because doctors are basically saying, stop keto. Don't have a keto diet, because she needs more red meats for her iron factor in her blood and the nutritional factors from the red meats and things like that, which, not complaining about Julie, because I think she makes some very good food. But the thing is, if you're eating white meat only, which is pork and chicken, you're not getting the additional iron and whatnot that you're supposed to get from eating red meats. Now, there's one particular red meat that only one person in this house likes, and that's liver. Liver is supposed to be the best food to eat for iron deficiency or iron boost in your body. When my dad used to make it once in a blue moon for Mom, Dad coated it in a flour mixture to give it a breading, to give it a different texture, different taste. And he would, Mom loves the taste of grilled onions with the liver, like liver and onions. She'll eat onions that way with the liver. Me, I was like, okay, yeah, the onions with the liver taste good, but you know what makes it taste even better? A buttload of ketchup. Yeah, lots and lots and lots of ketchup. Just didn't like the flavor, didn't like the texture. It just like, give it some flavor. Of course, I look back now and I go, with all the flavors I like from seasoning, Mom probably wouldn't like it because it'd either get too spicy or taste like I took the piece of meat and just rubbed it in a field of garlic. I mean, I can fry and saute onions any day of the week, but liver is one of those meats of, it's like, how long do you cook it before it's done? How long do you cook it before it's semi-edible? Not that I'll ever cook liver, because it just, no. That's right up there in the top 10 foods I won't ever eat again. But no, we are taking this one step at a time. We are thankful for the insurance people working with each other to try to lessen the financial blow. In fact, I can't remember if it was Julie or Jerry that told me if the insurance company can get either Medicare or Medicaid to work with us, it won't cost us any out-of-pocket money. It might cost us some money in the long run to pay the insurance company and whatnot, but the actual medical bills should be either 0 to minimum. instead of what we saw, or what I found out what this operation costs. I don't have that much money just for the operation alone. And it's also, you gotta add the hospital stay, the doctor's fees, the fee for the medical room, for the operation room, the fee for the different pieces of equipment or fluids that they're gonna use. There's a lot of things you gotta pay for, and it ends up costing several $1,000s. And I'm like, no, no, can't afford that. But the overall cost after insurance coverage and whatnot, I have no idea what that is. I'll deal with it. We'll deal with it when it comes up. But that's what is going on according to what I know via my sister-in-law, who is very good at dealing with this kind of stuff. She used to take care of she used to work with elder care to take care of cancer related patients and cancer related issues for one particular person. At least I think that's what she said. But I got no issues with what's going on. The only thing I want to deal. The only thing I want to focus and hope that it happens is Jerry comes home. I don't care if Jerry comes home missing a leg, missing a kidney, having a leg, basically be bedridden for a short period of time while her body recuperates from the operations. In fact, the doctor that she's dealing with right now, to do her operations and whatnot, said you should have a walker, not a rollator, or something about having a walker shortly once you get healed up. Or I don't remember exactly, but something about you should be using your walker more often. Okay, I've got a doctor saying no, don't put any pressure on her leg. So they helped her get a rollator, and now we've got doctors saying, oh no, you should have been using your walker the whole time. Okay. Well, either we've got two different groups or two different doctors or two different systems of doing something that are saying two different things to us. Which one's right, which one's wrong, I don't know. Personally, I would rather her not suffer the pain of a broken leg and use her rollator as much as possible. But on the same side of that coin, or the opposite side of that coin, is I would like to see her use her walker more to keep her stamina built up. So I don't know. Hoping for the best, prepared for the worst, I guess. Well, I don't even know if I'm prepared for the worst, but I'm trying to focus on the good stuff. Anywho, I had a couple different people ask how things went with the catering event. I think it went very well. The head chef, basically my I guess I'm gonna call him my chef, or basically my area's chef, my part of the food system. He's the one who basically I worked under, and I think everybody treats him like the exec of, the exec food service person of the college. But I didn't get to get a full report from him because well, he had personal business to take care of. I don't know exactly what, but he was going to be out for the week. So I'm like, okay. When I talk to him, I'll try to remember what he, what was the final outcome of the catering event. Because I will offer my assistance services or whatever you want to call it for any other future events. Because, I mean, granted, what I did was fairly simple. Just help plate up salads and get the desserts finalized, which was fun. Salad is just a simple salad with they had a I don't remember what it was called, but it was like an hors d'oeuvre or side part of the salad, which it was phyllo dough and some sort of meat mixture. I don't remember what it was, but that was easy. And then desserts was, we took a plate. I think it was hollandaise sauce or some sort of white sauce. It almost looked like hollandaise sauce. Poured it, give a little bit on the plate, and then we set up 3 different desserts. One of them was, I don't know what it was called, but it was like a little cup with it almost looked like, and I'm not sure if that was it or not, but it almost looked like a miniaturized 2-bite pecan pie type little thingy. And the other thing was another cup with chocolate mousse or some kind of chocolate with a cherry that was basically soaking up some sort of brandy or other some sort of liqueur. And we just took one little cherry and put it in the middle with a little bit of the sauce. And then the last thing was 3 little, the best way I can describe them, because I had one and I ended up not eating it because I'm not a big coconut person, but it looked like a little ball of coconut, like a macadamia. Not a macadamia, that's a nut. Macaroon, that's what I'm thinking of. It was like a miniaturized macaroon. 3 of them on the plate with the other 2 items. As I was doing them, the chef was walking around, critiquing everybody's work, and didn't have to correct me on one little thing. So I was happy. He was happy. So, hey, it worked. But they're talking about more events as we get closer to the Christmas holidays. Now, I also got word that this coming week, basically next week, the week before Thanksgiving, what they usually end up doing with my venue is we'll work Monday to Wednesday. And now, according to my coworker and a few other coworkers, we'll have the option on Thursday and Friday to either volunteer to come and help with areas that need help, or have those 2 days plus Thanksgiving week off, something of that nature. And I'm like, well, work 3 days and have 2 less days than you normally do, which means you're losing 16 hours worth of work. No, I'd rather come in and volunteer and say, hey, I'm here, I'm punched in, where you need me. I'll work as long as you need me up until 2, 3 o'clock. And they might go, okay, we're not going to really need you for anything besides prep. So you want to stay to help prep? Sure. Otherwise, it's your choice. And I'd be like, I'd rather be, not that I don't want to be home with Jerry the last 2 days before a week-long vacation, but honestly, I'd rather have the money rolling into my bank account so I can make sure I can afford to pay everything, because the more time you have off work, the less money you have coming in. I'm learning that in all aspects of finances, because I've noticed since I haven't been putting a video in every day, my viewership has gone up, but my revenue has gone down, which is like that's to be expected when you're not putting in a video every day. You're gonna start losing money. So it's all learned. It's all new. It's all things that I'm learning about. It's aspects of life that I didn't even think I'd ever have to worry about, because even if I had my own money, I had somebody to help me with it, because I'm not good with it. I mean, honestly with you, I get money in the bank and I'm like, ooh, money, what can I do with it? And forget about my bills. That has caused me a couple problems in the past. Luckily, I've learned from my problems to go, okay, got the money in the bank. You need to sit down, look at your budget book, pay what you can, and then either use the rest of it for necessities or squirrel it away for the next set of bills, or next payday when the other bills start coming in. Stuff that I'm learning. It's all new. I'm starting to get used to it. I'm starting to understand it. But since I don't do it enough, I don't have that repetition of knowing exactly what I'm doing, besides writing down numbers, looking at the various applications, or not applications, the various apps for the various credit cards that we can pay online and that kind of stuff. I'm starting to get tired. It's been a long week. But I am going to go ahead and go sign off and go sit in front of the computer while this downloads and uploads and all that fun jazz. Probably eat myself some meatloaf or something like that while it's all doing its thing. Don't know. But anyhow, so I will, as soon as I get more information on what's going on with Jerry, I'll give you that information. Until then, I'm going to keep going as best as I can and try to keep myself from going insane or destabilized. Destabilized, yeah. Anyhow, you guys know what to do down here. I'm not even going to worry about explaining that to you. The only thing I'm going to worry about is questions and comments. I love getting questions and comments of one form or another. Granted, there's been a couple of them I just kind of went, huh? And then there's been one or two that I went, no. I am trying to do whatever I can, short of being either intoxicated or doped up all the time, to maintain my calm and my positivity. I really don't look at what I perceive as negative comments, and I'll tell you this much: positive or negative, I try to look at the comments. But right now, if the comments are getting too, I guess the only way I can describe it is too nasty, I'll either ignore them or just overlook them unless they get really, really downright, I mean, it's causing more problems than it's worth leaving up, and then I'll remove it. But for some of you who have your own point of view, and then because your point of view is either mistaken by other people or even myself, there are a few people out there who know me well enough to make a defensive comment. And I do appreciate all the sympathy and all the help and whatnot I can get. But I don't want it to cause a 20 comment long comment section of just people going back and forth with their opinions and whatnot. Let me just say this much. Your opinions are your opinions, and ain't nothing I can do to change your opinion. I've tried to help. I've tried to change other people's opinions in the past, but once 90% of them, once they have their opinion locked and set as their automatic default and don't want to open their eyes and see from the other person's perspective, that's when I kind of go, look, you can either take the blinders off and see the world around you and try to understand where the other people are coming from, or you can just live your whole entire life with a set of blinders on. Mary Summer Rain, in one of her books, No Eyes, put it very well. Most people, and I'm not talking about just white people, I'm not talking about any creed or culture, but most people live their entire lives like this, not able to see anything on the left or right of them because they want to wear blinders on and not see the whole world around them. I'm starting to feel the same way. There are a lot of people out there that have their own personal opinions, whether they're nice or not, about me and Jerry. And we've tried, or at least I've tried, to explain to them where we're coming from, or at least where I'm coming from. And a lot of people don't care. A lot of people don't want to hear it. They want to have their opinion and their opinion only. And that's when I start sounding like a New Yorker. Everybody has an opinion, just like everybody has an asshole. I didn't quite understand what that meant when I first heard about it, but some of the things I've read in the past that I've gotten rid of or whatnot from people is because they are just so blatantly blind and ignorant to the other person, especially the person who's basically me or Jerry or any other YouTuber who is putting out personal information or putting out their opinions and whatnot. Yes, we have our opinions about certain things. Yes, we'll listen to other people's opinions unless the other person becomes so downright belligerent or ignorant or blind that we both realize, or whoever's dealing with the comment realizes, there's no changing this person's mind. Why deal with them? Why deal with them when their comments are coming out nasty or one-sided or whatever? I've gotten to the point that a lot of times I'll only read the first few sentences, first 3 or 4 sentences, and draw a conclusion of my own to what this person's trying to say. And I can understand a lot of people, you have been putting like this big long story or whatever on the message board about your past or about this or that. And I'm like, not that I don't mind it, but sometimes it gets to the point where it's like, what was this all about now? I can't, well, I could, but I'm not going to. I can't control how much information you put out. I can't control what you say. But I can only ask that try to make it short. Because lately, even at work, my attention span is about the size of a gnat. It's short, it bounces around, and it's a combination of lack of sleep, stressing over Jerry, stressing over my house, stressing over mom. It's just causing me to lose my desire to read stuff or deal. And it's not that I'm not dealing with it. It's just I get to a certain point where I go, I don't know how to deal with this. Or, what was this all about again? That kind of thing. I think I'm getting a little bit of heartburn from the coffee. So I'll switch over to juice. I'm sorry guys, this got too long. 40 minutes. So let me really end this because I'm starting to lose it. But as I was saying before, I'm not too worried about the thumbs up or thumbs down. I'm not looking for approvals or ratings or anything like that. I'm just looking for understanding and people that I can communicate with without getting into a debate or a long-winded whatever. So, do you want to put your comments in? That's fine, and then I will try to deal with them as best as I can, hoping that my brain doesn't go, no, this is all becoming jumbled words. As for the subscribing and whatnot, I haven't really been asking for people to subscribe. It's really up to you guys. Last time I looked, I was close to 1287 or something like that. Which, I appreciate the fact that you guys want to join and listen to these videos. Maybe you comment, maybe you don't comment. Maybe you're not even here just to enjoy the comments. Maybe you're here for a totally different purpose. I don't know. As long as we're not being negative and butting, like my father used to say, butting heads, you're more than welcome to stay. But if you're here to cause problems or butt heads or anything of that nature that's going to cause me irritation or headache, I don't know. Maybe I'll block you. Maybe I'll just ignore you. It really depends on my mood and whatnot. I know there was a lot of people saying, "Oh, you've got so much on your plate to deal with. Why are you worrying about YouTube?" Well, YouTube is one of the many different ways that Jay and I are trying to get enough money to pay for our lives. I know I've heard other people talk about, all YouTubers do is soft beg. Soft beg for what? A community of like-minded people who understand what I'm going through and what they've gone through and how they've dealt with it. Yeah. That's exactly what I want. I'm not a thrill seeker. I'm not an attention seeker. I'm not seeking to be a panhandler or anything like that. No. One of the biggest things my dad taught me before he passed away was, if you want something, earn it. You want a paycheck? Wake up in the morning, put on your clothes, go to work, bust your ass, come home, and then do whatever you want to do. You're earning your pay. You're earning your way. I've heard somebody say something about a GoFundMe page, and I'm like, no. I know what it is, but I'm not going to do one. Not unless I'm in dire straits, and I'm not in dire straits anymore. Haven't been in dire straits since I started this job. I've actually been happier with the amount of money I get paid, happier with my job and the camaraderie at my job. But the only thing that I would like to change, if I could, about my job is the time of day I go into work. I am not a morning person. This waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning to be at a job at 6 a.m. and work from 6 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. The only hard part about it is getting up in the morning, especially when I can't get sleep because I am very tired and stressed. Okay, either I'm going nuts or that battery-powered candle over there just flickered. I don't know. My mind is going so bonkers. It's like I could be looking directly at a supernatural event and go, oh, wow, that was great. What was that, by the way? What caused that? I don't know. But anyhow, this video is almost 50 minutes long, so I will give you my farewell, adieu. See you on the flip side or tomorrow. I don't know which one's going to be the better of the two. But until then, you guys have a good evening and good night. Bye.